This is Pintun from Odishatv.in bringing you today's news from Odisha. First, the headlines. Odisha government decides to introduce an online examination for the students residing outside the state and the country to get Odia certification course. Opposition BJP and Congress allege ruling BJD has tied the hands of crime branch after the names of its actor MPs like Siddhant Mahapatra and Anubhav Manti cropped up in cheat fund scam. In an act clearly designed to provoke Odisha, Chhattisgarh asserted that it has the first right on Mahanadi waters. Sushma, the oldest female tiger at Nandankaran Zoological Park in Bhubaneswar, dies due to old age-related ailments. And with the state government granting temporary route permits to 90 more private buses to Puri, a total of 162 private buses would fly to the pilgrim city during Rath Yatra. Now the details. The Odisha government on Saturday decided to introduce an online examination for the students residing outside the state and the country to get Odia certification course. Government of Odisha has decided to facilitate Odia certification course on online basis for the benefit of non-resident Odias, NROs, globally and for students residing outside Odisha from 2017. Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik said in a statement. The decision was taken after Patnaik approved a proposal by School and Mass Education Department for learning mother tongue by the NROs. Patnaik said the Board of Secondary Education, Odisha, will conduct the lower Odia test.
I would like to announce that the government of Odisha has decided to facilitate Odia certification courses on online basis for the benefit of non-resident Odias globally and for the students residing outside Odisha from 2017. The Board of Secondary Education, Odisha, Cuttack, will conduct the lower Odia test. The curriculum of the said test will be equivalent to class 7 standard of Odia.
Even as speculation is rife whether crime branch would take arrested comedian Pappu Pum Pum on remand for interrogation on his involvement in the Oscar cheat fund scam, opposition BJP and Congress have alleged that the ruling party has tied the hands of the probing agency after the names of its actor MPs like Siddhant Mahapatra and Anubhav Manti cropped up in the case. Both the BJP and the Congress alleged that the third floor, the Chief Minister's office in the Secretariat, is trying to suppress the matter. In its reaction, the BJD has asked the opposition to refrain from making much halla-bol, which it said would affect the inquiry. Worried over the tardy progress of the probe, investors have come down heavily on the inquiry team. Notably, Crime Branch ADG B.K. Sharma, while briefing the media about the triangular relationship of cheat fund companies, Hollywood and builders, had hinted at interrogating some of the actors about their involvement in the Oscar farm. It's widely speculated that the investigation process has slowed down after names of some actor-turned-politicians of the ruling BJD came to the fore.
दलर मंत्री विधायक एमपी विधायक कैंडिडेट वरिष्ठ नेता से दलर समस्त संपृक्त अछंती तांको विरुद्ध रे ना सीबीआई अनुसंधान करुची ना क्राइम ब्रांच कि आउ को अनुसंधान करुची
मुकुलिया एस्कॉट हिसाब रे मुख्यमंत्री का दफ्तर बाहरी आसुची जो कलाकार नेता होती क्षेत्र देखा जाऊँगी जितेबले आम ओस्कार कथा कहलु से जो मैंने भोट संग्रह करुले कंपानी नोट संग्रह करुले से अवस्था थिला
तदंत प्रक्रिया समाप्त हेले ही जना पड़ियो किए दोषी किए जांग नार अभियोग सत्य कि नहीं कि केन्द्र करी जो राजनीतिक दृष्टिकोण बहु भाव में प्रचार करा जाउची जो प्रचार गुड़िक तदंत को सठिक दिगरे दबार सहायक होना
एमाने चिट फंड रे टंका नहीं लोकों को प्रभावित करैचंती एमाने को इंटरोगेशन भी क्राइम ब्रांच करूने एटे होचे सबठारु विपज्जनक कथा क्राइम ब्रांच ही क्राइम बढ़ौची क्राइम लुचौची.
In an act clearly designed to provoke Odisha, Chhattisgarh today asserted that it has the first right on Mahanadi waters, justifying the 7 irrigation projects undertaken in the upper catchment areas of the Mahanadi river and a barrage on its tributary Arap. Chhattisgarh Water Resources Minister Breeze Mohan Agarwal said, as Mahanadi is flowing into Odisha through Chhattisgarh, we are the first right on its water. Nothing has been discussed with Odisha at the administrative level, but we think the water of the rivers are for the benefits of the country and should be utilized as per the requirement, he said. As if the irrigation projects and the barrages were not enough, Chhattisgarh is also planning to dig a large intake well with a capacity of 10,000 cusecs to supply water to a steel company. The people in Odisha fear if the neighboring states sets off the barrage and irrigation projects in the upper catchment area of Mahanadi, the Hirakud reservoir may not have adequate water for storage. Apart from this, irrigation and basin management in Odisha will be seriously affected if Chhattisgarh goes ahead with these projects.
अभी तक शासन के स्तर पर ऐसी कोई बात नहीं आई है और वैसे भी महानदी क्योंकि छत्तीसगढ़ से होते हुए उड़ीसा जाती है तो छत्तीसगढ़ का अधिकार पहले उसके ऊपर में है। फिर भी हम ये मानते हैं कि जो नदियां हैं ये पानी पूरे देश का है और सब जो जिसके लिए ज़्यादा उपयोगी है उसके लिए उपयोग होना चाहिए।
Shushma, the oldest female tiger in Nandankanan Zoological Park in Bhubaneswar, died on Sunday morning due to old age-related ailments. According to Nandankanan officials, Sushma, born of Devasis and Yamuna on December 29, 1995, was undergoing treatment since last 3 years. She breathed her last at 8:20 in the morning today, sources in Nandankanan said. After Sushma's death, there are now 21 tigers left in Nandankanan, 15 normal color tigers and 6 white tigers. With the state government granting temporary route permits to 90 more private buses to Puri, a total of 162 private buses would ply to the pilgrim city during Rath Yatra scheduled to begin on July 6. This was revealed at a joint meeting between the private bus owners of Cuttack and Puri bus owners associations. Briefing media persons after the meeting, Rabindra Mohanty, Joint Secretary of Puri Private Bus Owners Association, said the meeting discussed the smooth travel of passengers to Puri during the mega festival. In addition to the 72 private buses that have been given regular permits, the State Transport Department has granted temporary route permits to an additional 90 buses. He said there will be 24-hour bus services to Puri during the festival. Vigilance sleuths have identified movable and immovable properties worth rupees 56.46 lakh belonging to fugitive Dr. Motilal Gowda during a day-long raid at his residence on Saturday. Sources at the vigilance said Gowda owned an under-construction house worth rupees 30 lakh in Berhampur, a luxury car worth rupees 30 lakh, furniture worth rupees 4 lakh, and a diagnostic center worth rupees 10 lakh at Kolothia in the name of his wife. The details of the properties of Gowda would be known after examining the 4 bank accounts of Gowda and his wife, the sources added. During the raid, the sleuths found some identity cards of Gowda, one of which showed he was a junior tutor at KIIT. It's however not clear when he took up this job. Meanwhile, the opposition lambasted the state government over the escape of Gowda after a fraud case was registered against him.
त्रिगुण रजु हस्ते धरी मृगे नचाए नरहरी एठी चली छका पंचा किए जीवे किए आसवे डीजी की किए हटेबे नुआ डीजी किए हेबे यही प्रतिद्वंदिता भितर तृतीय महला क्या कौन इशारा दौर केतेबेले विजिलेंस आगु को टिके पादे बढ़ुची तो केतेबेले क्राइम ब्रांच केतेबेले क्या पछकू भिड़ा होची तो केतेबेले क्या इशारा दिया होची ए सबु पाई दायी जणे से होचंती नवीन पटनायक
पुलिस जानी कौटी अच्छा गौड़ एभली बहुत बड़ माओवादी कि एक्सट्रीमिस्ट कि आपंकर कौ विदेश एएसआई लिंक नुह जे कौटी चलीज एवं सुजोग पर्याप्त परिमाण में दिखाई भागी जावाई कि हाइकोर्ट गोटे बेल आनिकी बाहरी जावाई स्पष्ट भाव में तृतीय महलार इंगित एवं निर्देश अच्छी गौड़ को सुरक्षा देवाई तार इलिगाल एक्टिविटीज को सुरक्षा देवाई
आप बुझा दरकार आज जब न्यायिक प्रक्रिया एत बाट जाइए क्राइम तदंत होती घर रेड जब ये सरकार ही माने विजिलेंस डिपार्टमेंट ही कर चापी देवार गोटे प्रश्न कौटी उठिला इन्वेस्टिगेशन सरी कौन प्रक्रिया हम सेटा विभाग तदंत भीतर जना पड़ो माने सही हिसाब से पदक्षेप नेबे.
Vigilance sleuths on Saturday raided Veer Surendra Sai Institute of Medical Science and Research, VIMSAR, and found 11 doctors missing from duty. 2 of them were found working in private clinics, while 9 others were absent from duty without taking leave from the authorities, vigilance officials said. The anti-graft agency's move came after allegations that many doctors were working in private clinics during their duty hours. 4 teams of the anti-corruption wing examined the attendance register of the doctors and other supporting staff in various wards of the state-run health institute.
Institute is above all. बुझल ना तेणुक से इन्स्टिट्यूट भल आछंती सेटा हिसाब ना आमको कहबार किसी जरूर नहीं कि आम परमिशन नेबार किसी जरूर नहीं एटा प्रिरोगेटिव किसी निश्चय भय सृष्टि हेबो अंकुश हेबो एतरी किसी संदेह नहीं मु स्वागत करूछु पूरा स्वागत करूछु खोली कर कहूछु स्वागत इट्स गुड फॉर द इंस्टीट्यूशन.
The Met Department has predicted heavy rainfall in north and south Odisha during the next 24 hours under the influence of a low pressure. The low pressure area formed over northwest Bay of Bengal off the Odisha coast yesterday was lying over northwest Bay of Bengal and adjoining areas of Odisha and Gangetic West Bengal this morning, while the associated upper air cyclonic circulation extends up to 5.8 kilometers above mean sea level. Under its influence, rain or thundershower is likely to occur at most places over North Odisha and many places over South Odisha, with heavy to very heavy rainfall likely to occur at 1 or 2 places over North Odisha and heavy rainfall at 1 or 2 places over South Odisha during the next 24 hours, a Met release said. The release also said that fishermen are advised to be cautious while venturing into sea, as the wind speed during the period would be 30 to 45 kilometers per hour. Criticizing the BJD government for the attack on the convoy of Union Textiles Minister Santosh Gangwar during his visit to Bargarh last month, the BJP on Saturday said it's all set to stage a protest in front of Raj Bhavan here at Bhubaneswar on Monday. At a press conference here in the city, BJP MLA Pradeep Purohit and Vice President Samir Mohanty on Saturday lambasted the Navin Patnaik government for their failure to provide adequate security to the 2 union ministers during their visit to the state. Besides, the Saffron Party also termed the attack pre-planned and alleged that the police didn't restrict the BJD workers from attacking the convoy of the ministers, as they had got a directive from the 3rd floor of the state secretariat. Meanwhile, the opposition party has also raised questions on the RDC level probe into the matter. On June 29, BJP had staged a statewide demonstration accusing the BJD government of failing to take action against culprits. Senior BJD leader and Kendrapada MP Baijayant Panda on Saturday visited Baraja Bahakuda village under Mahakalpada block in the district and discussed various issues faced by the locals in the locality. During his visit to the village, Panda discussed issues pertaining to drinking water, sanitation and ration cards with the locals. The locals alleged before Panda that they are falling ill and environment is getting polluted due to the dust and smoke emitted by the nearby factory. Panda assured locals that he will hold discussion with Pollution Control Board and take necessary steps in this regard. Before wrapping up, the news headlines once again. Odisha government decides to introduce an online examination for the students residing outside the state and the country to get Odia certification course. Opposition BJP and Congress allege ruling BJD has tied the hands of crime branch after the names of its actor MPs like Siddhant Mahapatra and Anubhav Manti cropped up in cheat fund scam. In an act clearly designed to provoke Odisha, Chhattisgarh asserted that it has the first right on Mahanadi waters. Sushma, the oldest female tiger at Nandankaran Zoological Park in Bhubaneswar, dies due to old age-related ailments. And with the state government granting temporary route permits to 90 more private buses to Puri, a total of 162 private buses would fly to the pilgrim city during Rath Yatra. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.